What's going on, DJBooth.net? This is Kareem Julian, and I'm here to give you guys a quick video review on the new Traktor A6 digital vinyl system. And basically what a digital vinyl system is, it is a setup that allows you to connect your digital CD-based decks or your analog vinyl-based decks to a computer in order for you to play your audio files from your computer back on your actual decks. So what you need to supply to make the system work is your computer, your CD decks, or your vinyl decks along with the computer. And the rest is up to a system like this, a digital vinyl system or DVS setup. And this is one of the top of the line systems that you can get today. And this is a 2-deck system called Traktor A6. And in this you're going to get your hardware component, which is a very high quality Traktor Audio 6 hardware sound card, and you also get your software component, which is the Traktor Pro 2.5 Remix Deck software. You get the full out software with this package and with this setup, and you also get your time code control vinyls and your time code control CDs depending on which style of deck you want to use. So basically they give you everything else that you're going to need in order to start DJing with your DVS system. So basically, from first impressions, Traktor audio sound cards have always been great. This is the second generation. The first generation of sound cards was the Audio 4 for 2 decks and the Audio 8 for 4 decks. Now they have the Audio 6, which is the new 2-deck version, and we have an Audio 10, and we already reviewed that. That's the new 4-deck version. Basically, these new versions are advertised as giving slightly better sound quality, a little bit faster processor rating for latencycy latency and they're just the next step up in the evolution of the actual sound cards. All the software controls are internal. You have to go through the control panel in order to get to them, so you can switch these inputs and outputs between phono style inputs or the line level style inputs. But more on the first impressions, this very good setup, very good build quality. It's all metal construction. I was on the road with the Audio 4 and the Audio 10 for a very long time. Still use them both to this day. There's no issues with those whatsoever. The hardware component has never let me down. Again, excellent build quality, great for mobile DJ application, and it just works. It always works exactly when and how it's supposed to. So more along with the actual setup now, the setup procedure for any type of digital vinyl interface, and same is true with the Audio 6, is you need to plug in your decks into the inputs, and then you need to plug your mixer into the outputs. Then you plug your computer into the USB lockable connection here, along with the DC input for power. And you do not need to use power if you're going to use this only with time code style decks. If you're going to use this with straight through normal style decks, meaning you're going to play your actual CDs that have music on them, or you're going to play your actual vinyl straight through this, or the vinyl that has actual music on it straight through this, then you're actually going to need to use your power source. But you do not need to use power if you're just going to run it through straight DVS setup only. So with the setup, you then go online in order to download your copy of Traktor Pro 2. You get a little sheet like this with your serial numbers on it, so that way you can go ahead and download your software, and you can also unlock all the features in the software. So you download your software, which will automatically load up your Traktor Audio 6. Then you need to plug in your decks, as we mentioned earlier, and then you use your time code vinyl or CDs appropriately. Then you'll be able to start dragging and dropping and using Traktor Pro in order to play all of your songs on your analog style decks. So the setup is relatively easy for a DVS setup. It's a lot easier than before. They used to use the dongle style cables with the Audio 8 and the Audio 4. That's gone. Now you can use just regular RCA cables. You don't need some crazy type cable in order to do everything for you. Not a proprietary cable that you have to order if something happens to it. It's all regular RCA here. And in order to change the parameters of the actual inputs and outputs on the back, you have to go through the control panel of the unit. That's one of my minor gripes with the unit, actually, that there's no quick press button here to change it from time code style to through, or to change your inputs to phono or to line level. You have to go through your software to do it all in the control panel. So on the outside of the Audio 6, you will notice here that you do have LED indicators. This lets you know how your signal of input and output is going. It also lets you know whether you're in through mode or in timecode mode. Also lets you know if your inputs are in phono amped or if they are in normal line level position. Next up, you also get to tell if you have a DC power source connected or if your USB computer is connected. Then you have your main in and out as well. And then you also have your headphones volume control and your headphone output jack here on the front as well. One of the main differences between the Audio 6 and the Audio 4 again is the inclusion of the main inputs and outputs. The Audio 4 did not have this. You can use these to do things like record or shoot your loop recorder through another device or a lot of different possibilities. It's nice to have an extra set of inputs and outputs on your sound card. So for setup is good. In use, the sound quality of the Audio 6 is supposedly improved, but it was very hard to tell the difference between the Audio 4 and the Audio 6 in terms of sound quality. It is a 24-bit sound card, but when going back and forth, you really didn't hear much of an improvement at all. So if you're looking to upgrade from an Audio 4 to an Audio 6, it's probably not really worth it. But if you're just coming from nothing or from a setup that doesn't have maybe the software that you like, then the Traktor A6 is going to be good for you in that regard. So along with that, we also have low latency setup here. Your time code are going to respond very, very quickly. You're not going to have any type of hissing or pops or any type of loss levels unless there's an issue with your computer. So it's probably most likely not the Audio 6 or Traktor itself, but that's how it goes. The Traktor Professional 2.0 and Professional 2.5 were reviewed in depth in video and written form by us, so we're not really going to go into too much detail about the actual Traktor software component. We are going to say that you get a bunch of effects. You get over 30 effects. You get your remix decks. You can use this with an F1 for your remix deck controls. You can also use this with any other DJ controller along with your digital vinyl setup. And you get the Traktor full feature software. Again, it gives you all your loop points, all your cues, everything that you need to do in an advanced DJ software is located in Traktor Professional 2.5, which this actually comes with, except for video DJing. So what you're getting here is a complete nice setup. You're getting a very sturdy in build quality and in sound quality audio device, an audio sound card. And you're also coming in at a good price point at only $300. It used to be a little bit more money to get the Traktor package, especially if you were going to buy it with the full out software. But now you get the full out software, you get a great sound card and everything else you need just for $300. And now the competition is still about $200 for most of them. So for only $100 more, you're going to get a whole lot more features and a lot better quality all around with the Traktor Audio 6. Again, my only gripe with the unit was basically that you can't go and just press a button in order to change between a phono or line level input, or you can't just press a button here on the device in order to change between timecode style decks and straight through style decks. But you know, it's a minor gripe. Most people now, if they're playing timecode, it's just going to be a strict timecode setup. If they're playing regular vinyl, it's going to be just a regular vinyl type setup. But there's no problems with going through your actual software into the control panel and making the change if you really have to. So for more on the full written review, you can head on over to www.djbooth.net/DJS. You can also keep following me on Twitter. That way you know exactly when these videos are going to come out. That's at DJBlaze_DJBooth. And keep subscribing to the YouTube channel. That way you get the email in your inbox to let you know when the new videos are out. And that is username RealDJBlaze. Thanks for watching.